We know from January 6th, he ain't leaving. My hope is the Epstein files will have weakened him politically, so very few Republicans will see any upside to obeying his illegal orders. I'm hoping we're beginning to see the start of that. Maybe Mike Johnson, of all people, has said the president cannot seek a third term. He said that this year. He said he spoke to the president about the 22nd Amendment. And the president, Donald Trump, has said that the Constitution prevents him from running for a third term. He says he wishes he could run, but he can't. He says the Constitution won't allow it. Then again, the Constitution says a lot of things. It says a lot of things about due process, birthright citizenship, and not being able to hold elective office if you once swore an oath to uphold the Constitution and then took part in an insurrection. Constitution says a lot of things, and somehow it doesn't stop Donald Trump. I hate to break it to you, but 2028 is closer than you think. It's actually less than a year away. Once the midterms are over in November of 2026, the race for president begins. And we are starting to see the spring shoots of presidential ambition. Erika Kirk hosted the first Turning Point convention since her husband's assassination, and she officially came out in favor of J.D. Vance for president in 2028. This is huge. This is a big story. And Turning Point has already begun spending money in Iowa to kickstart J.D. Vance's presidential campaign, risking the wrath of Trump. J.D. Vance doesn't deny he's running for president in 2028. And, he's got a pretty good chance of being nominated, except for one little thing. Everyone hates him, including his wife. Sometimes she forgets to put on her wedding ring. That's the story, that she forgets to wear her wedding ring. But other than being one of the most unpopular vice presidents in American history, I think J.D. Vance has a real chance of becoming our next president. Obviously, a lot can happen between now and 2028. A lot can happen between now and 2026. Just because Donald Trump is down, just because he's hit the lowest approval ratings of his presidency, it doesn't mean he won't try for a third term. He is indefatigable. In 2020, Trump lost the popular vote to Joe Biden by 7 million votes. He lost Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. It was a total repudiation of his presidency, which was a disaster. More jobs lost than at any time since the Great Depression. And our nation, if you remember, was paralyzed by Trump's inability to handle the COVID crisis. He killed 1 million Americans. It was the worst response to COVID per capita and in sheer numbers. It was the worst response of any industrialized nation. His presidency was an unmitigated disaster, but it didn't matter. He still led an insurrection in order to stay in the Oval Office by any means necessary. For Trump, it's not about winning. You and I want to win. Hey, they love me. They voted for me. No. For Trump, it's about acquiring. You don't win the presidency. You don't win over a woman. You acquire by any means necessary. Ask E. Jean Carroll. It's not about playing fair. According to Trump, life is unfair. It's about getting what you want by any means necessary because the universe is cruel and nice people are weak.